privilege of hearing our musicians perform earlier today, and the hard work that they've put forth and those tireless hours of practice that you hear at home are now, you're going to see the fruits of those labors. So for that, we thank you. First and foremost, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to our Board of Education, who is really supportive of everything that we do here at Lohr School, and really supportive of the district's visual and performing arts program. I'd like to extend a thank you to Superintendent Nitti, to Assistant Superintendent Dr. Ishibashi, and I'd like to extend a thank you and a welcome to Mr. Brock Mislin, who is with us this evening. Mr. Mislin is our new humanities supervisor who works with our visual and performing arts teachers throughout the district. So, Mr. Mislin, thank you for joining us this evening. I would also like to thank Mr. Price and Ms. Miner. The work that they put forth with your children is amazing. To know that many of these children didn't pick up instruments until last year is something to really appreciate as you hear them perform tonight. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Jason Price.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for coming out tonight. We, your children and I, are very excited to perform our selections for you this evening. Each group has 3 pieces that we prepared for you, and I think you're really in for a treat. They played superbly this morning, and we're really excited this evening. So let's just get going here, and let's please give a warm welcome to our 5th grade string orchestra. So nice, thank you. All right, I'm gonna head up on stage and we'll get started. So again, thank you so much for being here, and we really hope that you enjoy our music this evening. Our first selection for our orchestra is entitled Miniature Symphony. What the composer did was write a piece based on a large symphonic work, but just shortened it for an elementary school orchestra. And we're going to perform the first movement of this called Modest March. Here's Miniature Symphony, Modest March. Okay, thank you very much. Our next selection is entitled New World Symphony. The New World Symphony was written by a composer named Antonin Dvorak. He was a late romantic, early contemporary composer who actually emigrated from Europe and moved to the Midwest, I think somewhere around Michigan, and he wrote this symphony based on his experience in the New World and used a lot of American folk tunes and things like that. So here's a little section of the New World Symphony by Antonin Dvorak. Thank you so much. All right, looks like band is ready to go. Our final selection is a contemporary selection entitled Attack. And the whole kind of storyline that I tell the kids is that somebody took your toys or took whatever you really enjoy and you want it back and you're really upset. So we hope to get that across to you. So here is Attack. White String Orchestra. Before they leave the stage, I actually want to recognize Haley Protrusion in the back on bass. We don't have a bass player in 5th grade this year, so she went up. She's in 6th grade this year. She came back tonight to play along and help us out for this evening. So Haley, thank you very much. Shameless plug, January you can come see her and our middle school program in January. It's a really great thing, so thanks for coming out if you can. All right, we're gonna have our orchestra exit the stage. I have to bring out a few more chairs for our band, and then we will get the 5th grade band started. So thank you, and orchestra, you may exit. The next group that will be coming on stage is our 5th grade concert band. The concert band is comprised of flute, oboe, clarinet, alto sax, tenor sax, trumpet, trombone, and percussion. And we have 3 selections for you, all brought to you by the letter F. Every title begins with the letter F because apparently I never got through F in the catalog this year. So here, let's please give a warm welcome to our 5th grade concert band. Okay, our first selection that we have for you is entitled Fanfare Heroica. And just as the title says, it's a very heroic opening. So here is Fanfare Heroica. Okay, thank you so much. Our second selection is our slower, more lyrical selection, and this is called Farewell at Dawn. And what I've explained to the students is some music is written just for music's sake. There is no story that the composer has in mind beforehand. This piece is the other side of that. This piece has kind of a story to it, or should evoke some kind of image in your head while we perform it. So Farewell at Dawn is this idea of night ending, day beginning, and just that changeover in how the sound, it sounded to the composer. So here is Farewell at Dawn. Okay, thank you so much. Before our last selection, I'll quickly do my thank yous first, and I never want to forget you guys. Thank you, the parents, for supporting your children in learning a musical instrument, dealing with the practice or the struggle to get the practicing done, and I appreciate it. You can see that they are doing it, and they sound great, and I'm thrilled to be working with your children week after week, and I'm looking forward to the springtime and getting them ready to hopefully move on and continue at Fisher. And it's just really a great pleasure to work with them, so thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Kowalik, for your support and being here this evening, helping out, and thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Mislin, for being here for your first concert at Ewing. I'm really glad to have you. Thank you, Ms. Miner, for coming tonight and helping out to keep everybody organized. Thank you to the Board of Ed. Thank you to Mr. Nady and Dr. Shabashi for their support. And thank you to our custodial staff for turning our cafeteria into a makeshift concert hall twice a year. Appreciate that. So, without further ado, we have our final selection. This selection is entitled Full Circle. Very up-tempo, fast, exciting piece. So thank you, and have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you next Thursday night for our choir concert. Here is Full Circle. thank you so much. And what's going to happen is your children are going to head back down to Miss Minor's room and pack up their instruments because we need to do this one more time tomorrow morning. And then they will come right back to you. And I hope you have a safe drive home. And thank you once again for your support of our program. And Ms. Kowalik, all right, thank you so much. We'll hit the lights.